not too sure. I think that's something that's it's probably like underlooked. I don't think as a quarterback you really think of that, but I mean, now that you brought it up, and I'm really thinking about it, I mean, I'm not too sure. It's a good question. I mean, I think it's just something that you just day to day kind of just progressively get better at. Like, like there's this thing I do. Like if we're, let's say we're doing the cadence is on 2, so like, ready, set, hut, like the top of my hand, the pressure would tell, like, would be an indicator to like the center that the ball is about to, like, you should snap the ball, like get ready to snap the ball. Like if we're going quick, regardless if they knew the count, like the pressure with my hand would indicate that, okay, now you're gonna snap the ball when I say go this time. So it's like getting reps with them and then kind of telling them, this is what I want, and I guess you go from there.
It's a little bit easier when you're in shotgun.
Oh yeah, it's a lot easier. I'd say just clapping, but maybe not cadence-wise, because you can't indicate, to the center that, this is, like this is on 2. Like everyone just got to know that it's on 2 or whatever the count is.
Especially on the road, though, how difficult can that be? When not that you're not used to somebody, but obviously not having that familiarity that you may have had with some other center or whatever.
Well, I mean, on the road, we're not under center too much, so we start off with a clap, but then we also have mix up of cadences as well. So if it does get too loud, which it probably will, then we'll end up adjusting accordingly from there.
You only had one ranked opponent away. It was LSU last year. What did you learn from that game and playing in that kind of environment against a good team?
Well, I've had experience going to a place like Texas A&M, and then prior to the LSU game, we played at Tennessee, and Tennessee was actually pretty loud. So I mean, you kind of get a good gauge, throughout the course from my freshman year not being able to play, and then my sophomore being able to play in environments like that. And then, I mean, I feel like you kind of seen it all, so it's just you just gotta adjust on the fly usually in environments like this.
Do centers snap the ball differently? Like I know sometimes receivers have to adjust to like quarterback's spin maybe being different. Is that a thing with you in centers or not really?
Not really. I haven't really met, like a snapper that probably snaps left-handed. That'd probably be different for me. But I've never had that encounter before. So.
As a mobile quarterback, you're able to do a little bit of both, and you can put a lot of pressure on DBs and then also the linebackers. When you're reading the play, like you're scrambling out of the pocket and reading the play, when are you kind of making that decision to tuck it and run? Do you see like DBs in that no man's land where they're in between the coverage and you can run? Do you see that and try to exploit that?
Well, usually it's if you see, I guess, an open lane. But when they're running 2 man on defense, it's really hard for the defense to stop you, especially because they have no one spying. They're trying to get pressure on you, and they're playing man in the back. 2 high safeties dropping out. I mean, if you vacate that entire middle, having crossing routes, everybody crossing, clearing it out, I mean, it's hard. You can't really do anything. If you're a DC or if you're a player, you just hope that you get enough pressure and your guys get to the quarterback at that time. But I mean, it's really based off of feel. It's really all it is.
Do you get to know Kellen Mond much from the quarterback circuit?
He said what?
Do you know him well from quarterback stuff?
I mean, a decent amount. Wasn't as close with him when we were at a lot of the quarterback camps that we went to in high school. But I mean, I see him, I know him. We say hello, but that's
what's his game like?
Shoot, I mean, Kellen Mond can do a lot. I mean, he can throw the ball, obviously, but I think he's just as dangerous with his feet. I mean, the kid is fast. He's his ability to extend plays. And I think as a defense, that's what's the hardest thing, is when you have the ability to extend plays, extend drives, keep the defense on the field, keep their opposing offense off the field. I mean, you wear out the defense. I mean, if they're on the field for a certain amount of time, you know, I mean, it makes it hard for the DC, and it makes it hard for the players because, I mean, for us, we don't have that much guys. You know, we don't have the, what do you say, the, I don't know.
Depth.
Yeah, we don't have the depth, you know, to sustain and play. So as an offense, we got to be able to go out there. I mean, we got to be able to sustain drives, you know, to keep our defense off the field, get them some rest, you know, and try to wear their defense out.
How much is that? How much is that a challenge though? I mean, you know, the receivers, they want to make plays.
Mhm.
You know, you want to score quickly. It's kind of at the tempo or whatever. So, how much do you have to sometimes put the brakes on yourself and kind of, okay, maybe we're up a couple scores and we need to grind a little bit more than what we've done in the first quarter or whatever it is?
Well, our mindset offensively never changes, but it's what Coach Saban, you know, kind of once Coach Saban steps in and says, okay, you know, we need to slow down the tempo, then we kind of understand what, you know, he's asking of us, you know. So that's when we end up running the ball, maybe first, second down, then, you know, third down is really important. We really got to, you know, hope to extend that drive in that way, and then, you know, once we get another first down, then, you know, you kind of do the same thing. And I mean, an 8-play drive is you know, what would be more reasonable for Coach Saban, you know, with us on the field.
Two of coaches talk about making a quarterback uncomfortable. What are some things that make a quarterback uncomfortable?
I mean, a lot of pressure, you know, when there's different things coming at you, you know, and it's hard to see sometimes. So a lot of movement, like when you got to move out of the pocket to see something. I mean, playing in the SEC, you know, they say it's the closest to the NFL. I mean, I can't really tell. Like, I wouldn't be able to judge because I haven't played in the NFL. But when something's open, it's only open for so long, you know. So if you have to move to kind of buy time, I mean, it's really, once you get out, you got to start extending plays now. Like, you know, you got to motion guys here, tell somebody to go down, you know, and you got to make a play that way.
Open for you is minuscule, though, right? I mean, you got to trust that your guys can make catches at any point in the throw.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, open for me is, you know, someone that's, you know, has at least a little bit, you know, I don't even know how to explain that. It's more of like a, we got to be on the field or we got to watch film, guys. Like, you know, we all got to watch film. Oh yeah, that's open. And if you think that wasn't open, then yeah, I guess I could explain to you why it's open.
Can you lead somebody open? Like, can you know, okay, they will be open here and not here? Is that something that if you place the ball in the right place?
Well, yeah. I guess depending on where the DB is, you know, your ball placement too. So sometimes the receivers just got to make plays, you know. They just got to make plays.
That's all on them. Okay.